What it do, what it is, what it ain't. Thanks for listening to the latest episode of the Get Right Podcast. Don't forget to follow and subscribe on Apple Podcasts and Spotify to get notifications of new content. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you dig? Cue the music. Yo, what it do, what it is, what it ain't. And we back with the Get Right Podcast. Of course, I got the homie, the Brain Trust. Reason why we here. Rob, what's happening, bro?
What up, though?
Let's go, man. 3 words, man. And of course, the guy who always causes a melee. DC, what's good?
Truth hurts, man. You know what I'm saying? Truth hurts. It's your boy DC in the place to be, aka DC Damas. Stay tuned.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I love both of y'all. And DC, is love, bro. But I hate you because I never want to admit when you right. But
You must really hate me because I'm right a lot.
oh man, but you called it literally 2 weeks ago on our episode, man, that we put out, man, for Valentine's.
Oh yeah.
We talked about
That's
Ja
right.
being the face of the league, and I said I got it wrong because I thought it was gonna be Luka. And we talked about how great this guy Ja Morant is and going to be. Ja got to stay out his own way. He'll be the face of the league. 2 weeks later, we know my man just got ousted, suspended. I'm pretty sure, and it's pending. There's further investigation with the NBA with him flashing a gun on his IG live and all the ratchetness, to use your word, that you said that has been associated with him the past few months. And here we are, man. I hope this don't hurt him down the road. I hope, he made the statement that he's going to seek help to better himself. I hope it's true. I hope he focused on that, but you called it, bro. You called it, man. He got in his own way.
Yeah, and the thing is, I'm not hoping, just to be clear, I'm not hoping or wishing that he gets in his own way. It's just, that's just the way things were looking. You know what I'm saying? You kept on seeing his name in the news for the wrong reasons. He's killing it on the court. He's got the face, he's got the face to be the face for the league. But bro, you can't, walk around with pistols, putting them on IG, stuff like that. And consider this. This is the stuff we know about. You know what I'm saying? I don't have any kind of insider knowledge as to what's going on within his camp, but we've all been young. We've all been to school. We've all, run with different crews and whatnot. How many things have we got caught doing versus how many things we have not been caught doing?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So my thought is with Ja, he got caught up in some situations. This last thing, flashing a gun on IG, but I look at it like a speeding ticket. But when's the last time you got a speeding ticket versus the last time you were actually speeding? You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody speeds, but most people don't get tickets. Just because you get that one ticket don't mean it's your first time. So I'm really concerned, honestly, for Ja, because I want to see the man win. And I just happen to know a little bit about his hometown. He come from Merck City, bro. It has a reputation. I've been down through there. I know some people down through there, and that little town, bro, it has earned a reputation, and that's where Ja's from. But I just hope that I hope that just like getting a speeding ticket, it kind of makes you slow down at least for a little while. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, these situations will get him to slow down a little bit, man, because he just got way too much good going for him. You know what I'm saying? To just let nonsense get in the way. It's like this ain't even somebody like, sometimes people get caught up in little gotcha moments. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I didn't know a camera was there. He, caught me grinding on somebody or woo, woo, woo. Bro, you volunteered. You know what I'm saying? You put yourself on blast with a pistol and you a multi-millionaire. You know what I'm saying? For no good reason. Like, just don't get in your own way, job. I'm your boy. I'm pulling for you. You know what I'm saying? I just hope that with all of this ranting that I'm going off on, man, it all comes from a place of love, man. I want to see you make it, but you just got to slow down, bro. You got to slow down and have a fall guy. You know what I'm saying? Bro, if I ever get rich, I'm keeping a fall guy. I'm keeping a couple fall guys on deck. I'm keeping a couple fall guys on deck, and I'm keeping an attorney on retainer. Maybe he already has that, but my thought is, bro, just that rich, I'm definitely having a fall guy, bro. Just you ride with me. What happens, it's yours. Whatever they find, it belongs to you. And I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna take care of your kids. I'm gonna take care of your lady or whatever. But it's on you. I need you to sit down for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pay for the attorney, but he needs a fall guy. He needs a fall guy, and he needs a new circle.
That circle part, man. And Rod, I want your take on it too, man. And I'm gonna ask you a question too. Hey, don't this remind you, Rod, of AI a little bit, bro?
AI really didn't. I don't know. He didn't really, and that was pre-social media, so maybe it would have been different. But
yeah,
he wasn't. AI just had because he was like the first to have tats and just do things a little different, like actually be himself. But you ain't hear him about beating up 17-year-olds and you know what I mean? Like AI was really about that life. I don't know if Jai is or Jai not. I don't know, but AI just was true to him, you know what I mean? But he didn't bother nobody. It ain't like he was out here doing crazy stuff. It just, he looked different. And outside of the bowling incident, I don't know what else he would have been really in trouble for or anything like that. So I don't think it's AI scenario, but
for sure.
I don't know, man. I'll say about AI, there's a lot of stories, rumors of AI getting caught up in some shit. I know Stephen A would comment on it a lot because Stephen A used to follow him
when he
like
lived
as a
out
beat
there,
writer or something. Yeah, I think he wrote for the Philadelphia newspaper or something like that. And he would, like Stephen A said, a lot of the times, like there'd be something going on in AI's life or something happened, and he would purposely not report on it because he didn't want AI to have all that blowback on him, man. So I just think that was a different era. I don't know if he was, flashing guns and stuff like that, because of course, Stephen A being a real one. I know a lot of people don't like Stephen A. I like Stephen A, but he never got into specifics.
So DC, you said Stephen A never went into specifics, which is cool, and I heard him say that on Countdown as well, out of respect of out of him and his family, out of respect to them, he don't want that light. Rod, you said that compare totally cool. I get it. From that standpoint. So Rod, where do you stand with that circle? Because I think that circle, he got to change that circle, bro. I think it's the circle.
I mean, he just got to be mindful. That's it. I don't know his circle. I don't know if it's circle about that life. I don't know nothing about him, so I can't speak on it. But you just got to be mindful, bro. Like you're an adult, and if you're gonna take that leading position, you got to be smarter. Like Bron's circle is yeah. So that's it. Like I ain't gonna downplay it nothing like that because I don't know. I don't know if I don't know what they do. Like there's 4 reasons someone is in your life, right? It's either to add, subtract, multiply, or divide. You know what I mean? So you just got to figure out who those people are and put them in they bucket. Get rid of them if you need to. Grow together
and put one of them on retainer as a fall guy. What DC said.
For sure.
You gotta have a fall guy, man.
Man,
I mean, you gotta change the circle. You gotta change the circle up too, obviously. But shit happens sometimes, bro. You gotta have somebody to handle that real quick.
So And Rod, you mentioned Bron, because yeah, Bron's probably like what everyone calls the poster child of handling without stuff getting out all in the ether. Like if he goes quote unquote what we deem him as our culture, the streets say, oh man, he going the straight and narrow, bro. He only doing this and like would we perceive him as a sellout or now he's turning into the corny guy? My answer is no, but
Who cares?
big facts.
I just got 200 million as a
Woo-hoo!
20, 20 whatever year old dog.
23.
Like I could care less what anybody else think about me, bro. Like at the end of the day, this is about business, as Franklin Saint would say. It's about business. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
sir. And I'm so glad you watched the
Facts.
snowfall, dog. I love it. I love
Yeah.
it. I love it.
Yeah, I'm late to the party, but it's cool to binge it. I prefer it that way anyway.
For sure, bro. But it's right. It's about business, bro. It's about your brand, man. And I'm with you on that, bro.
Yeah, it's too much to lose. You know what I mean? Like one thing I will say about T Morant, bro, like you seeing your son out here squandering, ready to fumble the bag, bro. At some point, you got to be your pops and be like, yo, bro. And I was about to drop the N word because that's what he acting like right now. But look here, a little N word, like duh, like you effing up. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, there's too much ahead of us to be trying to go backwards. You know what I mean? Like you got to be a father in that scenario. And I don't know if he is or he ain't, but dog, it's more to your son being successful than just sitting courtside wearing usher glasses, bro. Like at the end of the day,
Not usher glasses.
you know what I mean?
Can't
So
unsee it.
yeah. So you know what I mean? Like people gotta direct him in the right position because you know he's still young, but come on now, bro. You already know. Like we got too much to lose.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, man. But you know, man, I put this more so on Ja than Pops. I mean, I know what you're saying, Rod. Not to say that this is T Morant's fault. Not to
not
say
at
that
all.
at all. But yeah, I mean, Ja a grown man, bro. And shoot, we already know T kind of rough around the edges too. You know what I'm saying? So like, probably some of the things that he's doing, he probably picked up from his pop. You know what I'm saying? But even so, man, hopefully he get right, bro. You know. But yeah, to your point, that whole corny thing, I think the whole corny argument is corny. Like, you
Okay.
know what I'm saying? Because the thing is, as soon as somebody gets caught up, like Ja, man, Ja, you should have been known better. You worked way too much. Woo, woo, woo. But then if you take somebody like I don't think anybody's called LeBron corny, but if you take an athlete who has no sort of controversy or whatnot, then they're
Jer-
considered corny.
Jared Allen.
Oh, yep. Remember? We talked about that. Jared Allen. Remember? All-Star weekend. He just had on a regular hoodie
Oh yeah, that's
or
right.
whatever. And they was like,
Mm-hmm.
man, this dude look like people say he looked like a cornball where
Yeah.
he was dressed. But he got a $200 million contract. But everybody was like, oh, he look like a cornball. And I remember Rod really he really let off. It was like, bro, I'm tired of this shit, bro. Y'all better. You know what I'm saying? And I think he said it again today. Who cares? Like we really who definitely has generational wealth 10 times over compared to people who are on the blogs talking about him,
Mm-hmm.
But let me
calling
ask
him
you
a
this
cornball.
though. On the flip side, can you have $200 million and still be corny? Like, does the
Yeah,
money alone make you not corny?
no, it'd be corny. But I think when that word come out, like you said, it's corny using that word. I think when we use that word, we use it to minimize people, bro, because more than likely we ain't doing it. Like the Jared Allen thing. They're like, oh, he got X amount of money. How he gonna be walking through the tunnel next to so and so, and everybody got on the Gucci, the Louis, the this, the that, but he just some jeans. So the hell what, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like we look at the materialistic thing because let's be honest, in our culture, we spend more money. We're spenders. It's what it is, right? And so we look at it like, oh, he ain't blinking, he ain't doing this, he ain't doing that. The ignorant anything. And he like, bro, I'm straight. I'm comfortable in my own skin being me. So that's where in our culture we use that corny word a lot to minimize somebody else. Because they're not wearing or doing what we expect them to be wearing and doing. That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. There's and I was listening to Joe Budden. Shout out to Joe Budden, but there's this misconception around our community that we tend to pay more attention to those type of things than not. You know what I mean? Like, I will say there are people. I'm not gonna call them corny, but there's some people that's lame that do some lame things, and to me, my definition of lame may be different than others. Like, people may call me lame. Look, I'm not a drinker. I'm not a smoker. I've never been out there like that, but I've never been in a lane where somebody could call me corny because I'd knock you the F out too. You know what I mean? But I've never portrayed to be the street guy or the tough guy or anything. But I hold my own. But I'm also from an environment where you had to. You had to know how to squabble a little bit and know how to do things that's gonna not make you a target. You know what I mean?
Survive.
So, yeah, when I hear that corny term, it always remind me of that phrase that good guys finish last. You know what I mean? Like, prime example. I saw a tweet, I think it was yesterday or the day before, and the tweet said, Michael B. Jordan is cute, but he looks like he's very responsible. He looks like the type of guy that would know where his birth certificate is. It's like, wait, what?
Is that an insult? Or
is that right? I'm like, why is that even what? You know what I mean? Like, I didn't even know what to say to that, but that's how we look at people. You know what I mean? That's how, in our community, we seem to have more of that. Oh, he's too corny. He's a cornball. The Russell Wilsons of the world.
I was waiting to hear that name. I was waiting.
Now he do some lame stuff sometimes. I'm not gonna discredit that, but I can't can't call the man just corny. But he do some lame stuff. I'm not some of the things I'm like, yeah, bro, you're doing too much. But
the do rag and the leather jersey.
Yeah,
yeah, that one did it.
Yeah, he be but he different. You know what I mean? I can't knock him for being different. Like, he's him. You know what I mean? Like, I can't expect anybody and everybody to be hood. You know what I mean? Nor do I want them to. There's a certain amount of people that can just be themselves and authentically. You're like, man, I just love that individual. Never change. Marshawn Lynch being one of them. You know what I mean? Like,
preach.
Hood to the core, bro. Like,
yeah.
But at the same time, I love him for it, and he's almost to a point where it's balanced. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he's going to talk the way he talks everywhere he goes. Anything, he gonna start talking Oakland talking. You're not gonna understand half of the things he's saying, but at the end of the day, if you dissect it, he's still spitting jewels and trying to help. You know what I mean? Even financially, trying to educate younger athletes in most cases, but more than athletes can take from it. That's just my take on it.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I see corny more of as a style kind of thing, man. I think you can have hundreds of $1,000,000 and still be corny as hell. You know what I'm saying? You can be broke and be corny. You can be hood and be corny. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just kind of look at it as more of a stylistic kind of thing. And you're right, it's a very subjective term. You know what I'm saying? What some people might consider corny, another person might love. When you talk about the ladies and whatnot. Nice guys do finish last, man. Bump that, bro. Like, don't nobody want a nice guy at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, people say, and I'm talking about more like relationships. people might say, or ladies might say they want a nice guy, but in reality, women don't really want nice guys because if that were the case, nice guys would the whole term "nice guys finish last" wouldn't even exist. Like, wouldn't even make sense. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't know, bro. The whole corny thing is just I don't know, man. It's just weird to me, man. I think it's a case by case thing. You know what I'm saying? It's a case by case thing because on one hand, like you said, we shouldn't. Well, we take a Ja, for example. I wouldn't call Ja corny at all. But would I necessarily point, like if I had a 15-year-old, would I say, hey, be like Ja? At this point, I probably would not. You know what I'm saying? I would probably tell my 15-year-old to learn from Ja.
Yeah.
But don't be like him. I would probably tell my 15-year-old to be like LeBron. I think even that's got to be another testament to his career, that he's gone this long. And the biggest controversy he had was doing a TV special about going to Miami. Like, that's the biggest thing.
Talk about that.
Yeah.
People still talk about it like it happened yesterday, like it wasn't over 10 years ago at this point. But like, if you think about it, that's the worst thing you can say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No adultery, no
brandishing, no gun.
Yeah, no violence. Yeah, no domestic violence, no assault, no nothing. Not even cussing somebody out. Like he hasn't even had like a Karen incident where maybe somebody asked for an autograph and he said no and they put him on blast or something. Like, nothing. So if anything, I would tell my kid, hey, be like this person. But I wouldn't call him corny though.
You know what I would consider corny, me personally, is someone trying to be something they not. You know what I mean? Like,
Facts.
Like if Ja, and I don't know Ja, again, if Ja was a prep school kid growing up and never even knew what the hood was like, almost like Malibu's most wanted type of stuff. You know what I mean? If he was if he was like that growing up his entire life, and then all of a sudden when he get a little bit of fame, he started getting tattoos and start to become this stuff, and not to hate on Tupac, but almost like Tupac style, you know what I mean? Where like, all right, you ain't always been like this, but now you a thug. That's more corny to me than the way someone dresses or the way they look or talk or whatever. Is more of like trying to be something that you're not. And that's why I say Russ Wilson do some lame stuff sometimes, but
I knew it. It was the do-rag in Jersey thing when he was in Vegas. I was like, bro, that's not you, bro.
Yeah.
That's like, Richard Sherman. That's not you. You know what I'm saying? Like, Compton, bro. You are who you are, bro. And that's okay. You don't have to do that.
Just be authentic. You know what I mean? If I grew up in Bloomfield Hills and, you know what I mean, I lived a good life. When I get old, I'm not gonna try to be Blade Icewood, bro. Like that's just that's corny to me. You know what I mean?
And real talk, and not only corny, it's so backwards.
Yeah,
like you're taking everything you worked for to throw it away. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna build this tower, and then 10 years from now, I'm gonna knock this shit down. Can't wait. You know what I mean? Like, what we doing?
Defeats the purpose, man. I mean, again, for us, our main objective is to build generational wealth, bro. And if you can be the change agent for building that, there's, I will say, within morality, you know what I mean, there's nothing that should be able to distract you from making that goal happen, especially when you're already in that position to make it happen. You know what I mean? So, but speaking of corny and this whole conversation, I know you guys seen the Michael B interview when he was on the red carpet for Creed, and I forget her name. I know you know her name. Yeah, like, what did y'all think about that,
man? I thought it was funny. And when not like, ha, I'm cracking up. I thought it was funny. It was one of those like, haha. The interview still happened. Like, she said what he was like, yeah, the corny kid. Yeah, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, he brought it up. She still was like, you know, she kikied. She continued to ask questions. He answered the questions professionally. He didn't be like, yeah, okay, whatever. He wasn't standoffish. He still answered the questions. I even think Jonathan Majors even kind of like popped in part of the interview because they on the red carpet, obviously, and he still said what's up to him, turned back, and still finished answering the questions. And like, so he never like ignored her, or like when Jonathan Majors came over, he kind of just kept moving down the red carpet. He said his what's ups, they joked. She even talked to Jonathan Majors. Jonathan Majors walked away. She still got off another question. He still answered it professionally. So I thought it was, it was funny because he brought it up because people remember stuff. That's just life. You say things, people remember it. And but he didn't berate her like, oh yeah. Now he didn't put his chest out like, oh, who corny now? Like, check this out, B. Like, what I mean? He didn't come at that. And we seen people who came like that. And so it was just funny in the moment because I remember. He just reminded you, like, I remember. But let's talk. He still was professional about it. So that's my take on it, man.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I think the most interesting part of that interview was not even that interview. It was the interview that happened after that with Joe Budden.
Yes.
Going complete Joe Budden on
Man, he
Michael
went
B
ape shit.
for doing that. You know what I mean? Like, that's why they call you corny, is because I addressed an issue that was said publicly. But his issue wasn't that it was said, it was because it was said to a black woman. I don't know if you should be giving advice on that one, Joe. Like, you might want to sit that one out, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, he was hot about that whole thing, bro. Like, I'm like, and then
Joe Budden was hot.
Oh yeah, bro, hot. You know what I'm saying? And then he said, "Oh, if people bring up that he date white women, now it's a racial."
Well, it don't take much for Joe Budden to get hot, man. He's
true.
He's pretty amped up.
And
majority of the time.
Up. But did Michael B. Jordan date Lori Harvey?
Yeah, he did.
So I mean, like, I guess I could understand the whole rant of going after black women if he just never dates black women. But I mean, he was with Lori Harvey, and I want to say they were in a serious relationship before she broke it off. So,
but they were saying like he wouldn't do that to. If that was a white interviewer, he wouldn't have done that. Joe kind of set the precedence almost as like, oh, if that was the case, he probably wouldn't have done that. But he had the nerve to get his shit off against a black woman. And I'm like, I think either way, bro.
Well, what to me, what it tells me, man, is that whatever was said about Michael B. Jordan back in the day, it stuck with him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
probably fueled him.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, for him to be in his 30s or whatever now, and he still remembers something from high school, it just stuck with him, bro. You know what I'm saying? It sounded like maybe he got bullied a little bit or teased a little bit in high school, and now he done glowed up. You know what I'm saying? I done glowed up on your ass. Look at me now. Remember you talking about me being corny? Like, I get it, bro. Honestly, like,
he's Michael Jordan, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not.
He had to get clowned.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and say that I would do the same thing. But I can understand, you know what I'm saying? I can understand, maybe being the underdog. I guess maybe he was the underdog in high school. And, it's funny. A lot of people who glow up big, like now, they weren't really popping in high school. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times the people who was popping in high school, like, that's their peak. You know what I'm saying? Like, they peaked too early. You know what I'm saying? Like, usually is how it go. Usually the quote unquote outcasts or nerds or geeks or dweebs or corny guys or girls in high school, they the ones that glow up later in their 30s. You know what I'm saying? So the way I see it is, Michael B. Jordan, he was doing this thing, trying to come up in high school or whatnot. He maybe had braces back in the day. Maybe he had to grow into some of the looks that the ladies love now. And he remembered old girl because they went to school together, right? Is that what it was?
Yeah, they went to school together in Jersey.
So he remember. He's like, man, I remember you. Now look at you. You know what I'm saying? I didn't glowed up on your ass. So I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't see nothing wrong with that.
I mean, the reality is, Michael B's been acting for a long time. I mean, he was a teenager when he was on The Wire, bro. So he was in high school at that time.
Super skinny, bro. Super skinny. with the
You know what I mean?
braids, bro. So I mean,
That's
he
right. I
grew.
forgot he's in the wire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So he's been acting for a minute, and I mean, like you made a very valid point. I mean, most of the high school popularity is it's for that moment. You know what I mean? Like none of that matters once you become an adult and start getting money. You know what I mean? And start living your life because, like you said, if you peaked early and that was the best you can do, is be Al Bundy, bro. Like that's
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you can
Scored
be the
4
man in
touchdowns.
high school.
Hey.
Exactly. For Polk
Yeah.
High, bro. Like if you're gonna get your Al Bundy on, and you're gonna remember those moments of people that put you down. And I think it stemmed more from a recent interview. I don't know how recent that interview was that homegirl had, but she was talking about they went to school and they kind of teased him for his name because he's Michael Jordan. You know what I mean? Like,
You ain't the real one, bro.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. And to me, a couple things. One, if you in your 40s and you still talking about high school like on a regular basis, to me that's corny. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
well, I'll say me and T, like T and I, we went to college together a little over 20 years ago at this point, and we still talk about it. But bro,
Mhm.
every time I see T or every time he see me, we not bringing up Manheim. You know what I'm saying? Like, we not bringing. Oh, remember da. Like we'll talk about it. Like we actually talked briefly before we went live today. But it's not like every time I see T or every time I see me, we talking about something that happened 20, 25 years ago. Honestly, if
Mhm.
that's what the case, I probably wouldn't deal with T. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Because I'm like, bro, I'm moving
Thanks.
on. Yeah,
For
I mean, I
sure. For
just be real.
sure.
I
No,
probably
real
would move
talk.
on. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, hey, he's bro, this man stuck in 2000. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta move, bro. Fuba was hot, and he's still talking about that. Nah, bro, we gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like we can reminisce, but if you just dwelling on it, bro, you corny. Now you corny. But my thing about Joe Budden, I didn't see the rant and everything about him, but I ain't gonna lie, I like Joe Budden, man. I'm
Mhm.
not gonna say I agree with
Same.
everything he
Same.
says,
Yeah, yeah. I
but
like him too.
I think I'll say is to me, somebody who has a spotty history sometimes is the best person to listen to because they know from firsthand experience how stuff can go left when you handle things the wrong way. Like we know Joe Budden has a history of alleged domestic violence
Mhm.
and different things with different women. We know about all the news and whatnot. Now, I would like to think that that type of stuff is old Joe. I haven't heard any news stories like new in the last maybe 2-3 years. Maybe
Mhm.
y'all know about something I don't know about, but it seems to me that Joe Budden, in this case, when him going off on that rant, is a man who has made his mistakes in the past, has learned from them, and is now trying to maybe impart those lessons onto the next person. It'd be like if I just can't got out of prison and I go
Mhm.
talk to Ja about how if he keeps on doing what he's gonna doing, he's gonna be somebody's roommate. You know what I'm saying? Like you wouldn't go to that ex-prisoner and say, "Man, you didn't went to prison for doing this and the third. Why should I listen to you?" But that's why you should listen to me because I done went through all of that. You know what I'm saying? I done been to prison. I done paid these dues and woo woo woo. So if you should listen to anybody, it should be me. And that's kind of how I feel about this Joe Budden thing. Like because of his history
Okay.
of all this, doing wrong by the ladies, he should be the person, assuming that now he's quote unquote reformed. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Now, if he's still on the same shit, then no, obviously you don't. But again, I believe that Joe was a different man today than he was however many years ago.
He has
And
to be,
so,
right?
Oh yeah.
right.
Like you
You know
said,
what I'm
we ain't heard
saying?
nothing, bro. We ain't heard nothing.
Yeah, everything you hear about Joe Budden is old news. You know what I'm saying? About him doing this or doing that. And I'm not here to co-sign any of that
Mhm.
bullshit. But I'm just
Mhm.
saying, like at some point, we got to move on. He's moved on. But the bigger thing is, some usually those are the people you want to listen to, the ones who've been through it, who made those mistakes, and who came back around on the other side better for it.
Yeah, probably not presented the way he presented it though.
All right,
But
yeah, I ain't
that's
gonna lie to y'all.
but
I
that's
haven't seen it. I'm just kind of going on. I'm
Yeah.
just freestyling. I haven't actually seen it.
I love Rod Tone. Like I hear you, but it's the way he
Yeah, I
delivers
ain't gonna
it.
lie. I haven't seen it, so I will throw that
Oh
out there.
man. You know, you order a
Yeah,
pizza, right? You don't want that thing all sliding around in the box when it's at your door. It's the way he
yeah.
delivered it, bro.
I got you.
I mean, you know Joe, so you can only imagine. You'll check it out after this, but
I will. I will now.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
super hot. He kept calling him corny, and
yeah,
I don't think Michael B corny, bro. I don't think he corny for dating outside his race. And to your point, Dominique the Diva, it was in the 2021. And shout out
hmm
Laurel undressing room is her podcast, and so she's doing her thing, not just on the red carpet and entertainment, but she has her own co-host.
hmm
Called him Leah. He a nice guy, but he corny, and you know he's definitely corny when dating outside the race. I'm like, you know, love is love. I mean, it ain't like he just like I think you said it a few moments ago, right? Like it ain't like he just in one race. You know what I'm saying? He moving
hmm
around. He dating black women, Swedish. He was dating Snow Allegra. So like, I mean, he moving around. You know?
I ain't know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, bro. He was dating Snow Allegra. So like, Michael B all over, bro. He foreign and domestic. So you know what I'm saying? He over. He out here doing his living his life, bro. So
As it should be.
Yeah, I'm actually, as I was listening to y'all, I was writing. I've been reading what Joe Budden said. I'm looking at a quote. Blah 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 blah. That was corny of him to speak to that girl like that, Michael B. Jordan. That's why ninjas call you corny. Hey Creed, in case you was confused, that corny butt stuff, that corny stuff you did is why ninjas think you corny. In case you were off a little bit. Now again, I'll be honest. I haven't seen the Michael B. Jordan interview as well. I'm a little bit lost on some of this stuff. I'm just going off feeding off of what y'all are telling me.
hmm
But according to T, although he did confront the woman, he wasn't like, yeah, look at me now, blah, 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 just all up in her face like that. He
Yeah.
was just, hey,
yeah.
ain't you the one
He's
that was
like,
calling me corny back in the
yeah,
day?
he's like, yeah, the corny kid, and he like smirked, nodded his head, you know, like, oh yeah, you know me, DC, the corny kid, right? You remember me? And I'm nodding my head and smiling. That's all he did.
Yeah. See, here's my thing, and this is what I know I harp on this a lot, but we got to stop this whole. Sometimes we're chivalrous and sometimes we're not, because it seems like a false sense of chivalry that I'm
hmm
reading anyway. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
As in, I'm gonna take T's word because that's my man. We went to college together. You know what I'm saying? Bringing up old stuff, and I'm gonna assume, based off of me knowing T, that it was not a super disrespectful interaction. You know what I'm
hmm
saying? So on one hand, you're saying a man can't, I guess, check a
Can't
woman,
remind
so
you.
to
I
speak.
can't remind you.
Yeah, he can't say nothing to her or like check her in any kind of way in public. Otherwise, you're gonna have people like Joe Budden come for you. But at the same time, there's that movement of, strong, independent women, don't need a man for nothing kind of thing. And so my thought is, which one is it? Because my thought is, if Michael B. Jordan had talked to a dude like that, this would not even be news. If it was a male reporter and some guy on a podcast called him corny, this wouldn't be news. Or if it was, it'd be like comedy. It wouldn't be like a serious,
Yeah, it's gonna
what's
be funny.
corny, what's not, what's okay, what's not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we're not talking about somebody who got cussed out. It sounds like the only person that was cussing was Joe Budden.
hmm
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So nobody got called any names.
Nope.
Nobody got assaulted.
Nope.
Nobody. It was just, hey, remember me from back in the day? I done glowed up on your ass. That's the vibe that I'm getting from listening to
That
this.
was exactly the energy he had, bro. And I think anybody would like Rod, bro. Let's say you go back to the hood, bro. You go back to Detroit. You see somebody way back. They like, man, what you doing? And I'm gonna move to North Carolina. I'm doing this and this and this. You're gonna talk with that bravado, like, bro, I got off the block. I don't know what you doing here still, but I got off.
Or even better yet, if Rod runs into somebody that used to mess with him back in the day.
Nobody.
You know what I'm saying? Used to always, I don't know.
He said nobody.
Yeah, nobody.
Yeah.
We know Rod don't play no game. But so, I don't know, maybe somebody in the 5th grade, somebody called you boo-boo head or something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hey, yo, shout out.
be-
Yeah. Shout out to I forget her real name, her last name, but Faith, whatever. She was the first girl that called me ugly in front of the entire class, and I appreciate
So
you for that.
you see her. Oh, dang, Rod, that's you, Rod. Oh, you look good. What's up, man? I'm married, got kids. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Bro, you gonna talk your shit with your chest.
And then
That's just
imagine
what it is.
and then imagine the next day Joe Budden come in and cuss you out on a podcast
Yeah,
for glowing up on some chick from back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
crazy.
Like, come on, dog.
Yeah,
Nah, bro.
yeah, man. Hey, man, it brought up a memory, man. 8th grade, 7th grade, yeah, 8th grade, I think it was. She was dead wrong. So I don't want to sit. I don't want to sit next to that ugly dude. You know what I mean? But
Talk your talk, bro. Talk your
You brought up
talk.
some painful memories.
it ain't painful, bro.
Share, Rod.
Yo,
It's okay.
like,
This is a safe space.
it was at that moment where I realized, I really don't give a flying, what that is, Fig Newton, bro. I don't give a flying Fig Newton, bro, because I had so many young females to come and comfort me after that. So
Hey, all right.
hey man, that sparked a movement, bro. Like, yeah. So I thank her for that. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy too. Women crazy, man. I've been called everything from ugly to gorgeous, bro. Like, I don't even know what way I'm supposed to look at that. I don't know. But
Man, that's because women are so women don't really know what they want. But that made me think about something. On a text, I think we text all the time, man. And there was that text. I don't know if y'all remember. It was like this little kid. He went and told his dad that his crush rejected him. He approached his crush.
Yep.
And I think they were really young. And the kid said, "Okay, well, I'm gonna shoot you $20. Get ice cream for the whole class except for her, and that'll teach her." You know what I'm saying? And what's crazy is my wife actually sent me that, and I sent it to y'all. And it's so crazy how the same thing, it's literally all just text. You know what I'm saying? There's no tone, there's no nothing, but depending on who's reading it will have a different reaction. Because the way I looked at it is almost how Rod is looking like, okay, one person kind of, dumped on me. Well, I'm about to go savage mode now. You know what I'm saying? And the rest is history. And that's kind of how I took it as well. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, I probably wouldn't be so petty as to buy the whole class ice cream except for her. But I kind of look at it as, you ever see those skits where maybe a dude try to holler at a chick and she's like, nah, until he walks over to a Ferrari and then her mind changes.
Oh, yeah, my man that do the videos. Can't
The
remember
gold
his name.
diggings. The gold diggings.
But that's a real thing. You know what I'm saying? Those things might be staged. I don't know, but that happens, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like when somebody sees you glow up, they mood change. You know what I'm saying? But then my wife, she took it as when, let's say, a lady's walking down the street and some guys start catcalling, "Hey, baby, hey, beautiful," woo, woo, woo. And then when she don't pay him the mind, "Oh, well, you then, you stuck up me," woo, woo, woo. She took it like that. Like,
and those are corny dudes. Those are corny dudes.
The dudes who go to the extreme. But again, so I want to get y'all starts, because personally, I wouldn't tell my son to do that. But she was looking at it as, well, that's gonna turn that boy into these corny F boys who grow up and don't respect women because of this ice cream incident. But I'm like, this might motivate the boy to make some Ferrari money so he can choose what he wants. You know what I'm saying? But that's how I looked at it. But what's y'all's perspective on that?
It could go either way, man. Like, there's a lot of things that can fuel you to be better, but then there's some things that, like you say, can cause scars and have you treat. I can see both sides, how you treat women a certain type of way. I didn't read it that way, but I can understand how somebody would, you know what I mean? Like, to have that pettiness towards women. Like, I learned a long time ago, especially when it comes to women. Shout out to my OGs who gave me the confidence to be able to, back in the day when you actually went to the mall and tried to get numbers, bro. Like, they don't do that no more. But it's ratios, bro. Like, we're outnumbered. So I'm going to get no's. That's fine. I'm going to get no's. But the sheer numbers are in my favor. So there's going to be quite a few yeses in there too. So my shooting average just got to be a little bit higher. I'm gonna have to shoot a little bit more shots sometimes to get that shooting percentage up a little bit. And that's the way I always took it. But if you're not taught that way, if your OG is not teaching you that method, I can see how they turn into the F boys that's gonna be disrespectful and turn into cornballs. Yeah.
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 Yeah, that's a fact.
All right, man. When I was in high school, when I moved to Germany, my uncle, you remember my uncle, DC.
Yeah.
He was like, "Look,
Yeah.
you playing basketball, football, all this stuff. Ain't a lot of people gonna like you, but some will love you. Be around the people who love you. That's
Yeah.
it." And he even used to tell me, they like, "Man, girls gonna hate you because you do this. Guys gonna hate you because you do that. Just be around people that love you, you know." And he also said it's that ratio. It's more women. It's more women than men on this planet. So you're gonna get more
Facts.
yeses than nos.
It's facts.
He said you're
Yeah.
not selling, and he said the good part is you're not selling. And in the
Yeah.
salesman, what's that creed? You can 10 no's before a yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's vice versa. It's vice versa in that world, bro. Am I lying though? You lying because that's that. You on the phone trying to sell. You gonna get 10 no's before you probably get that first yeah. But the ratio was flipped on his head. You'll get more.
Right. I'm
yes
gonna tell you,
no.
man. As a black man, if you're a black man and you are dating black women, the odds are forever in your favor, good sir. The bar, bro, the bar has never been lower. Like, bro, if you black and you can't get a black girlfriend, and the reason this is why I say that, you know what I'm saying? You look at the amount of black men that are in prison. You look at the amount of black men that have children outside of marriage. Um, the number of, I guess, the number of childless black men who are not in prison is so fairly low compared to other races that, like, and black women want to date black men like that. And I know I'm speaking in generalizations. I know there's exceptions to every rule, but in general, black women want to date black men. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if you a black guy, and especially if you don't have no kids, bro, all you got to do is get a job. Just get a job, and you gonna get you some, bro.
And don't pay for $100 haircuts though. We talked about that.
Yeah. Well, you can pay for $100 haircuts. It just depends on what you're trying to do. Now, if you want to be for the streets, get you some $100 haircuts.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And, but if you looking for wifey, and wifey's been listening to the Get Right podcast, just know that she ain't gonna go for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because she can put her on game.
For sure.
But if you just trying to live your best life, bro, get that $100 hair line up, and shoot, the numbers are in your favor, bro. You go, bro. Man, that's off mic. I'm gonna save that part. But yeah, man. Yeah. It's a great day. It's a beautiful day out. And I love my wife.
Same.
I love my wife.
love you. Slide that on under the door. Slide that note under the door. But hey man, this been great, man. Obviously, like, and shout out to the women who listen to the Get Right podcast because it's been growing and we glowing up. You know what I'm saying? And I can't wait for the rest of this month because we got spectacular guests coming to come sit down and chop it up with us, who have been listening to DC, myself and Rod. But definitely, before Rod take us home, man, I want to shout out. I'll pass it off. Y'all got anybody in mind? But I definitely want to shout out my homegirl Alcine Marie from Alcine Extreme, personal trainer, nutritionist out in Atlanta, GA. She's been doing her thing, doing her business. Been a director as well in past at the YMCA, helping people train. Former professional body, doing her thing. Ain't single mom, holding it down while working her business and brand, doing her thing. So I just really want to recognize her to what she's been doing and how she's been living her life to help others, but also help herself and being a model for a lot of women and men doing her thing. So of course, like we always do, we're gonna drop the link on our pages, the recognizer, but trying to get fit, get right. You know what I'm saying? No pun intended. Cause that's what we doing too as fellas. We talking about, we got our Apple rings, we closing on the daily, getting right, man. But just want to shout her out, man. So shout out to you, Queen Alcine Marie, holding it down from Alcine Extreme Fitness, killing it.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, it's about to be a hoochie daddy short summer. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Yeah, it's going down.
Come on, Rod. You trying to, bro?
Yo, don't do that, Rod.
I'm doing it, bro. I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Bro. I'm doing that shit, bro. And I'll post it on the Get Right page. Look, I'm planning. I ordered some shorts, but I think they got lost in the mail or something, man. Anyway.
Oh yeah.
But nah, bro. Yeah, definitely getting right for the summer, man. About to kill him, man. I'm 40 going on 25, bro.
All day. And not just for the summer, for life too. We talk, we ain't just doing this just to get right for the summer, for the rest of our lives, but we about to kill it.
Oh yeah, man. Long-term goals, short-term goals. Honestly, when I first got back working out, I just wanted to get out of bed without being in pain. Like, bro, I would wake up, back hurt, knees. Like, I gotta walk around for a little bit to get my body loose. Like, go because we got upstairs, downstairs, bedrooms upstairs. I'll go downstairs to feed the dog. It hurt. I'm like, yo, something gotta be. It'd be in the morning because you'll be stiff and everything, bro. That 40 hits you, bro. That 40, bro, shit starts shutting down on you, bro. That ankle don't want to turn like it want, bro. Hold
up. Don't go hoop,
bro. I'm afraid to. We got a court in our gym, but I mean, a court in our gym. Well, you know what I mean. But we got a court
over right back.
Bro, I be seeing people. I'm like, because I feel myself like going up for like a layup or something and like hitting the ground and not getting back up, bro. Like these knees, dog. So
Achilles, bro.
Yeah. Achilles. Ooh, yeah. If you got Achilles pain, I feel for you, bro. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we could do a whole episode on just random joint pains we be having now.
Right.
Hey, I might get my homeboy to join us, my neighbor down the way. He listens to the show too, man. Shout out to you too, Brenton, man. He from Florida. He popped his Achilles running at the Y. So, he back to moving. He doing his thing. But I remember he came. I was like, bro, you straight pop my Achilles, dog. I was like, how you do that? Oh, man, they needed one more to make 5. So he figured he go run.
Bruh.
The rest is history.
Like, I kind of want to do a shoot around, but like every time I go, there's always a game going. I'm like, nah, bro, I ain't about to run no game, bro. Let me just get a couple shots up and just see what might happen. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro, I don't know. I'm getting old, dog.
It is what it is, man. Man, Rod, I'll let you take us home, man. Fellas, y'all good? Y'all got anybody y'all need to shout out?
All good, bro.
Yeah, it's all good, man. You know what? We start a new segment. It's called DC's Tips, man. Here's a tip for the ladies, man.
Let's do it, dog.
I got a new weekly tip for y'all. So here's a little bit of dating advice. Never trust a man if his tongue is white. Never kiss a man if his tongue is white. If a man can't take a few seconds, not even a few minutes, a few seconds out of his day to gently brush his tongue, you can't trust that man. Think about that. Think about that.
That's very random, bro.
Woo, very random, but you know what? Hey, dropping tips to the ladies for Women's Month.
Hey, it's for Women's Month, man. That's what it is. I'm dropping tips for the ladies, all Women's Month for March. You know what I'm saying? That's the first tip. Don't kiss a man if his tongue. Don't kiss a boy if his tongue is white. Because my thought is, if you're a grown man and your oral hygiene ain't even up to that low standard, then I gotta call you a boy. Don't kiss a boy if his tongue is white. Got more coming, ladies. DC Tips, trademark. And now for the quote of the day.
There it is.
Man, if your presence doesn't make an impact, your absence won't make a difference.
Damn.
Yeah, he followed that up, didn't he?
Sure did. Man, that might be my last tip. Now, that was good, bro. And that's real too.
For sure.
Bars, man. But you already know what it is, Rod. DC. All love, man. Again, like I said, we got this month, man. So can't wait, man. But until then, cue the music.